I can still remember the exact second my world tilted. It wasn't loud. No screaming. No accusations. Just a whisper. One soft question that changed everything. Did you get Alyssa pregnant? Sam's voice cracked when she said it. My chest tightened. I stood there frozen, my mind scrambling for logic. Clarity. A way out of a nightmare I didn't even know I was in. Alyssa. Her best friend. The one who smiled too long. The one who hugged me a little too close. The one Sam always trusted blindly. No, I said, shaking my head like it would shake away this madness. Of course not. What the hell, Sam? She told me. She said you too, after our fight. Her lips trembled. I wanted to believe you'd never do that. But I don't know anymore. And just like that, I couldn't breathe. Sam was the kind of girl who gave all of herself. Honest. Loyal to a fault. She didn't deserve this. But neither did I. I tried to explain. About the night Alyssa showed up after our argument, saying she just wanted to talk. She brought wine. I didn't touch it. She sat close. I stepped away. She tried, and I told her no. That was the end of it, or so I thought. But Alyssa? She planted a story so perfectly cruel that it bloomed in the cracks between Sam and me. I begged Sam to believe me, but doubt had already sunk its claws into her. The trust we built, slowly, honestly, carefully, collapsed like it had been made of paper all along. I was angry, but beneath that, I was gutted. Because when someone you love looks at you like a stranger, that's a kind of heartbreak you can't explain to anyone. Weeks passed. Silence sat between us like a loaded gun. And then, I got the message. A party. One of Sam's friends was graduating. Alyssa would be there. Sam, too. Part of me didn't want to go, but I needed the truth to come out. When I walked in, people stared. Some whispered. Alyssa stood in the corner, smiling, basking in whatever twisted power she thought she had. She didn't expect me to show, so I did what I never thought I'd do. I confronted her in front of everyone. Tell them the truth. My voice didn't shake. Not this time. She laughed. What are you talking about? I stepped closer. You told Sam you were pregnant. That it was mine. We both know that's a lie. The room went still. Someone dropped their drink. I didn't yell. I didn't need to. The silence was louder than anything I could have shouted. Why? I asked her, voice cracking. Why did you lie about something that serious? You wanted to ruin me? Hurt Sam? Or were you just that desperate for attention? Her expression faltered. For the first time, she looked small, cornered. I told her what she needed to hear. She said quietly, You don't deserve her. I was trying to protect her. Protect her? I repeated, stunned. By destroying her trust? By manipulating her like she's a pawn in your sick little game? Sam stood nearby, eyes wide, hands trembling. I didn't think she'd believe me. Alyssa mumbled. And that was it. The truth spilled out into the room like a gas leak, invisible but suffocating. Later that night, Sam and I sat in my car in the silence we used to be comfortable in. Only now it was filled with guilt, pain, and all the words we didn't know how to say. I'm sorry, she whispered. I should have trusted you. I should have known. I wanted you to, I said. But once doubt is there, it's hard to kill. We didn't kiss. We didn't promise to fix everything right then and there. But she reached out, and I took her hand. And in that small, shaking touch, maybe there was still something left to hold on to. Some lies destroy you in the moment. Others rot you slowly from the inside. This one, it did both. But the truth still matters, even if it comes too late. The days after the party were hollow. There was no dramatic reconciliation. No running into each other's arms. Sam didn't show up at my door in the rain. I didn't chase her cab down the street. We weren't those people anymore. After Alyssa's life fell apart in front of everyone, all that was left was the wreckage and the two of us standing in it, trying to understand how we let something so small, so ugly, come between something we both once believed was real. We met one last time at a quiet cafe. She looked different. Tired, maybe, but softer, like someone who'd been through a storm and made it out with her skin intact but her soul reshaped. I'm sorry, she said, and her voice cracked just like it had that first night. I nodded. I know. She looked away. I believed someone else's words over the person I was supposed to trust the most. It wasn't just about trust, I told her. It was about how easily fear can make us run from the people we love. She didn't disagree. I don't think we can go back, she said. We can't, I replied. And we shouldn't. We hugged. That was the last time I saw her in person. What followed wasn't dramatic. There were no more lies, no more confrontations, no need to explain myself to anyone. But what came next was harder in its own quiet way. Healing. Real healing. Not the kind that looks good on Instagram. The kind where you sit in silence with yourself and admit that something broke inside you, and that only you can fix it. I stopped checking her profile. I deleted Alyssa's number. I started running again. Just small morning jogs. Then longer ones. Then races. Something about the rhythm of my feet hitting the pavement made me feel like I was moving forward, even when my mind tried to pull me back. I started journaling. Not poetic stuff, just thoughts. Real ones. Ugly, angry, honest. And then I picked up my guitar again, the one that had been collecting dust in my closet for over a year. I wrote songs I never showed anyone. Not about her, not exactly. About me. Who I was. Who I thought I had to be. Who I wanted to become. Here's what I learned. Love, even when it's real, isn't always enough to survive a lie. Trust is fragile, but not because people are weak, because it's sacred. And sometimes, people fail us. Even the ones we'd have bet our future on. But the world doesn't end there. In fact, that's usually where it begins. I don't hate Sam. I don't even hate Alyssa. But I do thank them. Because if it weren't for what they did, I might still be someone who needed to be believed to feel whole. Now, I believe in myself. I've made new friends. Started creating again. Signed up for open mic nights. Said yes to things I used to be too tired or too broken to try. And when I look back on it all, the lie, the pain, the silence, I don't see failure anymore. I see a version of me that didn't give up. A version of me that stood in the ashes and built something new. Not out of revenge. Not out of bitterness. But out of love for myself. Some lies destroy relationships. Some break your heart. But the worst ones? They introduce you to the strongest version of yourself. And that's what I became. Not someone who lost a girl, but someone who found himself.